I'm Doug.
And I'm Cathy.
And this is Maggie Mae. Join us as we follow the moon. Today, we want to take you with us on a brief stop that we made at the only 1,000 Trails Park in Alabama. It's actually in Arley, Alabama, and it's called Hidden Cove.
And it's a new favorite.
Absolutely. Now, to get to the park, you go through some beautiful kind of backwoods type scenery. The roads are good if you take the right roads out of Arley. It's about 5 miles outside of Arley, Alabama.
You get a chance to see the countryside that you don't see if you're just traveling on the main highways.
Absolutely. Now the park is divided into 3 loops. Loop A on the right, Loop B in the middle, and Loop C, which is the newest area, on the left. Now I did mention to you if you take the right roads. Our GPS took us out of Arley, Alabama off of a little road called Nathan Loop. It's right across from the elementary school. It's a road that's way too small to take your RV. In fact, one of the fellows at the park had told us his son does RV repair and he's had to replace roofs off of several that have come through there and caught tree branches. So don't go that way. Go about 2 blocks further up 41 in Arley until you come to Helicon Road. And Helicon Road takes you straight out to the park, and it's a good road. We were lucky. We did go Nathan Loop, but we were very lucky. We took it nice and slow.
Yes.
Now this is the entrance to the park, and at the entrance the little guard shack is also the main office, and you'll actually go in that side door there to check in.
The grounds are really beautiful. They're very well maintained. And the roads are gravel all throughout.
But they are well packed gravel, and they're not rutty or potholed. Now one of the things I like here on the left is their dump station, and there's a dump on either side of the road so you can catch it going in or coming out. And this road goes over to the A loop, and there's a playground right there, and just beyond that playground is a miniature golf. Just before you get to the A loop, we're going to take this road off to the right, and it's listed on the map as a scenic overlook. So we wanted to see how scenic it was.
There are some cabins down here. They're really nice. The one on the right is a little more rustic, but as you get closer, you'll see it does have air conditioning.
Mm-hmm. I think there's 5 or 6 cabins total that are available.
I certainly was not expecting this.
No, this was a huge surprise, and this really kind of made the whole park for us. When you come down to this area, there's a nice little deck area. It does have picnic tables on it. It does have a covered area on it, and it's treed all the way around it, so you do get shade at different times of the day.
And in keeping with their thing of keeping things up, you'll see the white boards in there. They're constantly keeping everything new and fresh.
It's really, really a nicely maintained park. But get a load of these views. There was activity on the water all the time, whether it was pontoon boats or jet skis, or even an occasional kayak you'd see out there.
Actually saw people jumping off of those rocks into the water and swimming. And they had their dog with them too.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful area, and look at that view. You couldn't ask for anything prettier. Now we're going up past those cabins again and back up to the main road. We'll make a right up here. This will take us on up to the A loop. Now the A loop I would call probably the most well established. It looks like there are more long-term residents in this part. And you'll see a lot of boats at their property too. Get a lot of trees, a lot of pretty countryside. The lawns over the entire park are very, very nicely maintained. Everything freshly cut and very well taken care of.
There's also big open spaces that you can take your kids out and they can go play out there, or you can take your dogs out there.
There isn't a dedicated dog park, but yeah, there's a lot of green space that you can be out there and enjoy with your babies or your fur babies. Now this is A loop, kind of coming back into where we started up. If you go to the right, we're going to show you that section in just a moment, but coming here to the left, it brings you back up to the main part of the park. And the building that you see there on the left is one of the bathhouses and laundry areas. And we'll show you more on those in detail here in a minute. There are dumpsters in each of the loops.
I think that was a bounce house.
Yeah, it was a deflated bouncy house. Now here we're making a right. If you go straight, this road goes across a little bridge. We'll come back to that in a moment, and takes you over to the B loop and the C loop. But if you go to the right and you wait for the guard squirrel,
which he was just daring you. Just daring you to, like, move a little further. Come closer.
Okay, he's out of the way now. This is that little road that came out of A loop, and I think one of the reasons that a lot of those people in A loop chose that area and have their boats is this is their boat ramp. It's not a public boat ramp, but it's for anyone there in the park. And there are some slips down here also. You can see the ramp there ahead of us and the slips there on our left. Now we're going back across that bridge that we talked about, and we're going to go to the right. That'll take us into B loop. Now if I remember this correctly, B loop is mostly 35 amp service.
I think so. Still lots of trees.
And still just very nicely taken care of. You'll see a small fence coming up here on the right, and between the end of that fence and that tree on the right, there's a walking path that goes down in there. There's actually a little bridge that you can see a little brook and a little waterfall. I imagine in certain times of the year when there's a little bit higher water than what we had while we were there, that there's even more activity there, and that goes right out by those rocks in the cove. Now straight ahead of us there you'll see a green roof building, and that's the clubhouse. We'll show you that more in detail when we go over into the C loop. This is the part of B loop that comes back over to the main road. And look at the big green grassy area there. when we get back out here to the main road, we're going to turn to the right, and this goes into the C loop. And the C loop is their newest area, and that's where they told us to come to. It's all 50 amp full hookup, and it's a little bit more open space if you've got a bigger rig or a bigger fifth wheel. Now this is the bathhouse over here for C, and the bathrooms are absolutely incredible and spotlessly clean. Showers are ceramic tiled floor to ceiling, and they also have a nice big handicap accessible shower with the dual shower heads. It even has a bench in there for seating and a little bit more space, and you could roll in or roll out if you were in a wheelchair. There's also a changing table, which is something you don't find in a men's room very often. The laundry, there's only 2 washers and 2 dryers. They're all nice new front loaders. $1.25 for a wash and $1 for the dry.
And they use quarters.
And they use quarters, that's right. Now, on across the end of the C loop in this new section is their swimming pool. You can tell to look at the pool, it's kind of on the new side. It's
Yes.
just looks like it's just been finished up. But it is a nice big pool, lots of lounges, and there's a shade
Covers
canopy.
the back, yeah.
Over there at the back edge of it. Now this area is on the far side of the C loop. It's an area that kind of just sticks out away from the rest of the C loop. And they give you nice pull-through sights there along the right-hand edge. Nice, well taken care of grassy area across from that.
Great view of the sunset.
Oh yeah, sunset was beautiful over
Yes.
there. And at the end of this is their storage lot. And you can see it's not only RVs but boats, and everything there again well maintained, grass is taken care of. We'll come back on the other side of these pull-throughs here. And we're coming back up to the main part of the C loop. And the C loop has 3 rows of campsites with 2 rows. 2 roads, I should say. We're going up the first road here. The sites on our left and the furthest on the right are all back-in sites. The ones in the middle are all pull-through sites. Again, they're all 50 amp full hookup. When we first got here, we kind of came back into this section first because the sites that are straight ahead of us are all listed on the map as scenic waterfront sites. Being 1,000 trails, all the sites are first come, first serve. So you're not limited to any particular site in the park. You can go wherever you want. But these are the sites here on the left that are all the scenic waterfront. They were all taken while we were there, but this is what's in your backyard. If you had a fifth wheel with the big picture window in the back of it, that would just be beautiful to be looking out on.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to come on across their waterfront area and see a nice covered pavilion there full of picnic tables. Be a great place for get-togethers and gatherings. And the building here at the end is their clubhouse. And you can tell to look at it. Everything here is new. The first room you go into in the clubhouse is their game and entertainment room. There's foosball, there's pool tables, there's ping pong, there's couches and TV, and then there's also places for the kids to play.
I don't think I've ever seen little children's stuff in one of their community
Not so much. And this is the middle section. It's like a nice little meeting area, and there are restrooms off of that. And then the far end of the clubhouse, this is their gathering area.
It's the party room.
Absolutely. It's got a couple pianos in it. It's got a big screen TV in it. But look at the views. And that deck is all open. You can go out and sit out on the deck there too. That goes out over the cove, over the lake. And something you don't see in a lot of them, big stone fireplace. It's just absolutely beautiful.
Yes, it is.
Now there's a huge fire ring for gathering outside. And on the right-hand side of the road, you're going to see in the side of the hill a little building with a red door, and that's actually a storm cellar. So if there's bad weather, you've got a good, safe, secure place to go. We'll come back up here past the little picnic pavilion, and we'll go up the other road of the C section.
And if you're driving your rig, this is actually where you want to make your loop. You don't want to drive down to that. It's a little trick to get turned around.
Yeah. We did not know that and got the rig down there. We didn't have the car attached, so just to back up a time or two, and it wasn't bad. But as we're coming back up through here, Cathy, what did you think?
I thought it was wonderful. I would definitely go back.
It's beautiful, it's peaceful. We saw lightning bugs, which coming from a lot of time in Florida, we hadn't seen those. And even down by the cove in the evening, it was just amazing. The sunrise over the cove, the sunsets off ahead of us there, it was beautiful.
Maggie quickly found her way around.
Absolutely, she took us over to the cove before we left. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our video. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so and ring the notification bell to let you know when our regular Friday morning videos come out, as well as the extra ones we throw in there every now and then. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. That means a lot.
And we thank you for following us as we follow the moon.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you've enjoyed it. Please be sure to subscribe to our channel and be sure to ring the notification bell so you'll know when we have new videos listed. Also, be sure to check out our blog at followthemoon.us and also our Facebook page at Follow the Moon and on Instagram at Follow the Moon Travel. Thanks.